Lil Yachty. I'm sorry, I sound like a grandmother when I say his name. Hello, hi, how are you? Welcome back. If you've never been here before, thank you for joining us. I'm Tonja.
And I'll be guiding you through this adventure.
Just trying to come up with a new intro of some sort. Still awkward, I know. If you like this video whilst you're watching it, please give it a thumbs up. It legitimately helps the video make it into more eyeballs. And also subscribe, because you're a dick if you don't. I'm kidding, but seriously, subscribe. Into the real video.
The real meat and potatoes.
Feeling saucy today, also sweaty. So today we're going to be talking about a brand new nail product that has launched, and it's the Lil Yachty Nail line. It is nail polish. He is calling it paint. In an interview, he said he's calling it paint because polish is for girls, and when he did or got his nails done with the polish and he makes this motion, apparently it felt too feminine for him. So he created what he calls a genderless, all-inclusive nail paint line. I first heard about this line watching What's Up in Makeup on Jen Love's channel, and when I first heard it, I thought, okay, cool. It's a slightly different application method. He's probably focusing on colors and finishes that are probably more masculine, and which is true. The first release was a black, a gray, and a white, and they do dry to a matte finish, which I can completely understand not wanting to have shiny, glossy nails. I can totally understand that. In fact, side note, generally if I do a man's manicure and they do want a top coat, we generally use a matte because it's not gonna catch the light. Back to Jen Love. Shortly after that episode of What's Up in Makeup, she did another video about men's makeup line. It was a baseball player. What was his name? I don't remember who it was. I should have probably looked that up first. And in that video, she brought up the nail line again, and that is when I found out that it was specifically called paint because polish is for girls. And after hearing that, obviously, straight to the internet, Googled this shit. What's the deal? Found the article she's referencing, found other things that are talking about it. For me, personally, the verbiage and the way he describes the concept of the line, it did confuse me. My thoughts on it were confused. Like, I understand the concept of nail polish, like I get that. It was more that polish is for girls, and so he created a paint in marker form. We'll talk about that in a second. The colors chosen, the finishes chosen, all of that makes sense. It's the imagery, the words actually used to describe it, and I guess just the marketing of it. The marketing of it made me feel a little bit strange. I was really excited because he created something that usually females use, and he is creating something and trying to make it okay for other people to use. Other people who in the past might have been uncomfortable using a polish, and he's trying to open that up and break the stigma. That I love. I am all about anybody wearing nail polish or paint or lacquer. I am all about that. I think everybody should paint their nails. But I might be biased. These are not pajamas, by the way. This is a dress. It's just a little bit too big, but I loved it. And now it looks like I'm wearing pajamas. Part of it made me feel uncomfortable and weird about this whole thing. So, inspired by Jen Loves, who in her video about the men's makeup line, highlighted comments on how other people felt about the line. Pros, cons, everything in between, just to put it out into the world, because I think everybody is kind of like, oh, cool, wait, what? And I was inspired to do the same thing, considering I was unsure of how I felt about this in general. So I thought, let's go to the people. I made a quick TikTok and Instagram post about this, and I wanted to know your thoughts on it, and boy, y'all delivered. Thank you. We'll chat about the brand and its marketing techniques, and then we will chat about how you and I feel about this brand through these comments. First, we're gonna go onto their website and we're gonna take a quick look at what their about section says. On the website and their Instagram, which we'll get to, it says for you, not them. Which, if this is gonna be an inclusive line, it should kind of be like for everybody and everybody. Specifically saying not them is exclusionary. in my mind. So is it Crete? Like concrete? Oh, like concrete. So Crete is a space where we are redefining the perceptions around gender norms and working toward breaking free from societal boundaries. I love that. Break free from societal boundaries. Social norms are poop. Inclusivity and individualism are the foundations of our mission, and our focus is to empower all gender identities to take charge of their self-expression. Love that. Love that. Love all of that. But the for you, not them does not sound inclusive. So in the same paragraph, in my opinion, they contradicted themselves, in my opinion. There's a little quote from Lil Yachty. If you find painting your nails as a way to show your creative side or as an aesthetic that fits you, you shouldn't be judged for it. Agreed. Outside opinion shouldn't have an effect on your aesthetic and whatever you decide to do, and this line is a reflection of that. Okay, I agree with how outside chatter shouldn't affect you. It does. It affects everybody. So if you're feeling that way, don't feel bad. It affects everybody. And this line is a reflection of that. Is it though? Is it though? You let me know. Our limited edition collections are housed in exclusive and innovative retractable pen design. It looks really cool, I'm not gonna lie. Making it accessible and easy to create the look of your choice. Crete Paint focuses on unique color stories and finishes that allow you to develop your own aesthetic. Black, white, and gray is not that unique or original. Every line has a black, white, and a gray. So I'm not sure what aesthetic you're developing from those three. That's what they claim. Okay, and wear nail paints on their loan or layer with our standout graphic nail stickers. Just express you. Also, you don't have to, there are nail stickers literally all over the internet for like $1 a pack. I will link some places below. You don't need to buy these expensive ones. If you want to, by all means, but from the looks of it, they're like yin yang symbols and like letters. They might have one of their logo, which is like a beard man. And if you want that, sure, but otherwise you can get what they're selling for much cheaper. So that's their about. That did not help me at all. I still feel like the words that they're saying are what I want to hear, but the way they are doing it makes me feel icky or like cash grabby, if you get my drift. I'm gonna go to the Instagram. So they have a video of how to use the pen marker thing, and they do have a top gloss as well. And then there's a video of him explaining the product in general and showing an application process. And then he puts on a hard hat with their logo on it, which by the way is a beard man with a hard hat on. And everything is like concrete colored and it looks like it comes in a toolbox. In my opinion, this is coming across like he likes to paint his nails. He likes to have his nails painted colors, nail art, all that cool stuff. So instead of just opening your bottle of polish and applying it, you have to unlock the top, push the top down, unlock it, take off the thing, push the thing down, the brush comes out, and then like you squeeze it to get polish out, or you press the thing to get more polish out. How are you controlling the amount of product on the brush? And how are you removing product from the brush if there's too much? I haven't used it yet. I do want to try it. 100% I want to try this. But I will say, the idea of it being in like a marker form, and if the product comes out easily and like actually saturates the brush properly, this would be great for somebody with like hard time with their fine motor or like mobility issues, and holding a lid of a polish bottle doesn't work for you because the pen, you would hold it more like a marker or a pen, right? So I'm very interested in that. Very interested, and I really want to try one just so I can see what it's like. But like all of the imagery is very masculine. It's like he's trying to break down gender norms by taking something traditionally feminine and putting masculine imagery on it and around it, right? Does that make sense? Am I saying my words right? Somebody mentioned it's like the pink hammers in the hardware store. They work the same as the gray hammers, they're just painted pink. And then there was another video on the Instagram. It looked like it might have been a PR package or something, but they provided like a chisel with the logo on it, and you had to chisel through cement to get the products out. So we're taking nail polish and putting it in a hardware store and calling it something different. So then I started to get more confused in my thoughts, because it's clearly masculine. It's not redefining the perception of gender norms at all. It's falling right into gender norms, if you ask me, and breaking free from societal boundaries. I mean, I guess because a dude put color on his nails, I guess technically that's breaking away from societal boundaries, but like lots of dudes put color on their nails and they do it with a nail polish bottle. Let's move on to the comments. This comment comes from a client of mine, Phoebe. She's wonderful. I love her to pieces. And she straight up says it's toxic masculinity, capitalizing on a trend, and being misogynistic. And that's kind of where I originally went with it. After the initial wash of yay, inclusivity went by. So Phoebe's also the one who brought up the pink hammers. It's like pink hammers. The problem isn't the product, it's the culture it's in. I feel like we could end the video here. I mean, it's sad that they feel the need to change the names for the same item, but I'm happy it's making men feel more confident wearing it. If it makes more men confident wearing it and they'll actually do what they want instead of what they feel they need to do, and they're just sort of changing up the packaging and the name of it to make other people feel more comfortable, just do what you want, man. So this is kind of dumb because like most nail polish is already genderless. In fairness, it's generally marketed towards women, but I mean like it's genderless. Like Old Spice is marketed for men. A lot of women use Old Spice. I don't think he cares about the polish paint difference and is only using it to open up the market up to guys who won't even think of it because it's called polish. Which I agree, I think opening up the market to make men feel more comfortable painting their nails, that's awesome. Why does it have to be about construction? Why couldn't it just be like, here's some cool black polish? I want to get it. Same. I would like to try it too. Also, a lot of nail polish has really feminine names that can make some people feel uncomfortable. Incredibly valid. A lot of the current nail polish and polish from the past has had very feminine names. Like the ones off the top of my head that I can think of are like mostly OPI names. And they have since, I believe, sort of switched to more like travel names and names of places and things like that. But the ones off the top of my head are like, I'm not really a waitress. There's another buff bride, perfect princess, like things like that. I can completely understand a man walking into or even looking online at a polish color and seeing that it's named like perfectly princess or not really a waitress or something like that. Maybe not feeling comfortable wearing something called buff bride. Just a thought. I mean, it's very possible. So in that respect, should already existing nail brands start altering the names of their collections and the names of their polishes to be more inclusive and less specifically feminine? I think yes, that would be a good idea. Another comment is, I think it's cool, and if men are looking up to this person and selling a product like this will do more good than anything. So will it do more good than anything though? So those were some of the comments. We chatted about the actual concept of the brand. I still truly don't know where I really sit on this whole genderless polish. Like in my mind, all polish has been genderless. So the idea of making something less obviously feminine, I think is brilliant. Making it just more open to anybody. So just all round, all polishes should just be a little bit less feminine in their marketing. Is I think the point that they were trying to make was the marketing in regular polish is too traditionally feminine, and he was trying to make something that was a little bit more inclusive, he claims. But I think really it just comes across like a marketing tactic, like a cash grab. Like it's trendy to be inclusive and, you know, push gender roles out of the way, and this was their way of doing it, when in reality all they did was enhance the gender role of men being in hardware stores instead of a beauty supply store, if you will. And I think for me, that's what's making me feel uneasy about the whole thing, is that they're, again, claiming it that it's inclusive and there are no boundaries, which there's no boundaries with polish in general. It's the culture that we're in, maybe. So instead of just taking a product that already exists like nail polish and making a brand that is genderless, truly genderless, would be something that isn't stereotypically male or female, right? The direction that they went in with this line seems very masculine. Yeah, it's the whole marketing tactic of there being one, a very obviously masculine figure as their logo wearing a hard hat, calling it paint and not polish, which it's called polish because they actually polished the nail, like with a buffer, and it would polish. That's why it's called polish. Just throwing that out there. You can check out my Nails of the Past video if you are interested in learning more about the polish of the past. But that's why it's called polish. It's truly just because the nails were literally polished. Like fucking gold. So then calling it paint, intentionally putting it in what looks like a toolbox of sorts, having the masculine male beard logo, a hard hat, and then what were the names of it? Like one is actually called concrete. So that, I think that's what's making me feel weird, is the obvious 180 that it has taken the product, if that makes sense. What I wish and what I think would have been the smartest move to truly be genderless and inclusive for all would be, I like the marker idea. If it applies well and the product actually comes out and does what it's supposed to do, I love the marker idea. Why didn't we just call them nail markers? Because every single person I know has colored on their nail with a Sharpie at some point. So if we called them nail markers, kind of capitalize on that little bit of nostalgia from, like, you know, middle school. And then instead of it being this whole hardware store aesthetic, what if it was art instead, right? They're markers. Why couldn't it be focused all just around like art and artistry, which is exactly the point of a nail polish. Is to show creativity, right? Is it just me, or do you feel like they missed the mark in just calling them nail markers that are completely genderless? Like if we went in that direction, I truly think that would have been a smarter way to go and truly genderless. And then again, there's that whole for you, not them. If it's inclusive, it's for everybody. There is no not them. Okay, I've been ranting about this for like 50 minutes, so we're gonna end the video there, even though I'm still just as confused as I was 50 minutes ago, yesterday, a week ago. Let me know how you feel about this brand, about the imagery, about the marketing, about genderless polish and past. Let me know how you feel, please. So leave those comments below. Thoughts, opinions, concerns, dietary restrictions. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you got your thought juices flowing. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.